Hello, today I'm going to chat about a tough subject. I'm going to chat about children and loss and death. Those of you who don't know, I have a background at working in palliative care and also the funeral industry, and I have conducted over 350 funerals in my time, so I have worked very, very closely with death and also with children and families. There is a comprehensive article on my website called Death Through the Eyes of a Child, which is really helpful as a resource that you could probably print off if you were interested. What happens when we have a loss of any kind? There has to be a grieving process behind that. One of the things that I notice sometimes with children under 5 is if they lose a teddy bear or they lose a cuddly blanket, I hear adults rationalise it away without realising that they've got almost a broken heart. Children's capacity to manage big ugly feelings is different to an adult, and you can't rationalise away those sorts of things. So once again, if they've lost something that is very dear to them, they will be distressed. They will not be able to feel better very easily. But as young children, they're distressed in short blocks of time. It's really interesting to watch them. They will actually cry and be really upset, and then next thing they've found something else and they've gone and played and look like they're fine again. This is actually how a young child has to process deep loss and grief in little chunks. Not like after puberty when our brain shifts into a different place and we can grieve in great big chunks for a lot longer. So don't be fooled if your child is having a wonderful time around the death or loss of someone. It's quite normal for children. So if there is a sudden death, I just recommend you surround the children with the people they love. Not the people who are necessarily biologically supposed to be the closest, the ones that are closest to their heart. And those of you who live a long way from family, that means the families you've had picnics and barbecues with and shared Christmases with because you live a long way from family. They need to be surrounded by people who just know them and love them as they are. Second thing is that if there's a sudden death anywhere in a family, mum and dad are also grieving. So their ability to be attuned and to be able to meet the needs of their children is impaired. That's why we need lots of other people around. I always recommend endless amounts of mattresses on floors, lots of people sleeping around near each other, lots of food, lots of routine, and also just keep kids doing whatever the kids want to do. Please don't assume they're going to be seeing the world as you do. The other thing you need to reassure children as soon as there's any death of someone they love is that you are okay, you are safe, that death has just occurred to that person, that every single person will one day die. And can I please encourage you to prepare children, if there's for death, expose them to pets and things that have a tendency of dying. I know that sounds really dodgy, but we actually know that children who've been used to things that have died, no, they didn't pass over, no, God didn't come and get them, and they didn't go to sleep. They're dead and they died. They tend to deal with it better right the way through their lives. Don't overprotect them and shield them. Give them age-appropriate information in little chunks and answer their questions as much as you can, and just know they need to know that people are there for them, to reassure them, to soothe them, and to show them that life does go on, even though our heart can hurt. And can I please encourage you to teach children under 7 that somewhere or other after we die, we gather together somewhere. It doesn't have to be a religious thing. It's just an incredibly powerful, soothing metaphor that helps children deal with death under 7. I hope that's helpful for you right now. It is a toughie, and you never know when it's going to come out of anywhere. Please don't be frightened to step up and say, what can I do to help? Don't disappear. That's all, I think, for now.